Okay, so welcome here. So today we're gonna go over all the back exercises. So everything that we're gonna do right now is gonna be pull movements, and then we'll move into some rowing action. So Nate's gonna explain the first exercise we're gonna be doing here. Okay?
All right, so what we have here is just the lat pull down. What I always have people do is instead of going too wide, have your hands slightly out further than shoulder width apart. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit into the seat, make sure that you're nice and comfy. All right, instead of pulling straight down or over your head this way, which is just a different variation, I always have people have their elbows down, pull down, and when they get to a certain point, pull in and squeeze their shoulder blades together. As you can see, I'm fully retracted, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades. I've got my elbows pointed straight down. Then I'm gonna come up nice and slow. I'm not just gonna let it fall. A lot of people will just let it sling them and pull themselves up. I always want to have control over the weight at all times. Pulling down and in, have my chest out, just like that. You're gonna get a good stretch at the top. You're gonna pull down and in, and squeeze. Control on the way up, squeeze down. I always make sure that I'm pulling with my pinky and my other finger, my ring finger, and keep my index finger pointed up to keep the tension off my biceps. I also want to just keep that weight pulled with my back. Just like that, all right? The initial movement should be your shoulder blades coming in and squeezing down. We're gonna do some reps here. Notice how I'm controlling the weight. I'm not letting it pull me. I'm controlling it the whole time. Just like that.
Okay, so what's the difference between an overhand grip and an underhand grip?
I would say that it's a personal preference, I imagine.
If one use more biceps, do underhand.
Yeah, I feel like the bicep, it's harder for you to not focus on biceps when you're pulling with your hands like this. But you want the same movement, okay? You're gonna come down with your elbows down and straight down and in, and when you get to here, you wanna squeeze. Now, a lot of people think, the common misconception is people believe that the wider they go on a lat pull down, the more lat activation they're going to get. And I don't believe that's true. I believe that your lat is engaged more when your elbows are closer to you. So if your elbows are close to your ribs, I personally believe that you're going to get more lat activation as opposed to having such a really wide grip pulling down this way. Also, I feel like you get more leverage with your hands closer, and that allows you to pull more weight.
Okay, so our next exercise is gonna be pull-ups. Same shit like that. So instead of pulling a bar to your chest, you want to pull the chest to the bar. So we're gonna do hands shoulder width apart. You're gonna drive your chest to that bar, and make sure we're getting full range of motion. Start from the bottom up here, letting it pull in your lats, and then come up. Like so. Again, so overhand, trying to use the majority of your back. Underhand, that will activate some biceps into there. You can also do neutral as well. Whatever works, pull-ups or pull-ups. If you suck at pull-ups, this is what I recommend. So we have resistance bands all the way in the corner of the gym. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it over here.
Remember the thickness of the band is going to be how much resistance you give. So if you need a lot of help, go with a thicker band. If you don't need that much help, you just need a little boost at the bottom to get out of the hole. Wow. To get out of the hole, you're gonna wanna use a lighter band. Keep that in mind. Again, if you're having trouble doing pull-ups, this is a good way to assist. You don't want the band to do all the work. So get a band that's going to help you, but not do the work for you, okay? Because you still want the movement. See how he's got it in his knee? He's pulling up, and it's just giving him a little bit of help, that's all. And you can do more with this. I feel like assisted pull-ups are a great way to, at the end of your workout, to burn out. You're already tired, you're already fatigued, but you can still get that workout if you have the band help you.
So we're gonna be doing rows now. And this machine does both. It has a lat pull down, it has a rowing right here. And again, this is folded for the back. So what Nate's gonna do is he's gonna adjust the seat height, and he's also gonna adjust that to make sure when he's grabbing onto the handlebars right there that his lats are already stretched out. What he's gonna do And he's gonna drive with the elbows and squeeze the scapula, like so. Nice and controlled.
The elbows are down.
And this is the machine row. So obviously you want to start out at a comfortable weight and see where you're at. Man, when you do a neutral grip, I feel it works like your inner part of your back, right there. And when you go wider, use a little bit more shoulders, like rear deltoids into there. But obviously you want to do a mix of both into there. So
If you save your pulls for this station, you can do your pulls, and after you get to a certain amount of pulls, say if you're doing a set of 12 or 15, when you're done, you can grab this and then do a superset real easy. You don't have to take up too much space. You can get right into the mid row and attack both your lats and your inner back.
cool. So let's move on to some cable rows right here.
So we're gonna move on to some cables now. So this is how we want to set up. You have soft knees, don't lock them out like this, that's retarded. Grab here, good enough. For if you're right here, soft elbows, what we're gonna do is let this already stretch out the lats, and then when you drive the elbows, bring this to your sternum, squeeze your back, like so. So a lot of people will do this. We'll bend the back. And if you're trying to fuck up your back, that's a good way to do it. So keep the back straight, and your arms are hooks, and you want to drive with the elbows and squeeze the back.
Notice how he has his chest out when he pulls.
Like so.
Good stretch at the top. And remember, your first initial movement, you're going to want to pull your shoulder blades together and then drive your elbows back. See how he's doing that? And get a good contraction doing that. This isn't a bicep movement, it's a back movement. So drive with your elbows, don't pull with your biceps.
Let's move on to some dumbbell rows.
Okay, explain to me, what is a dumbbell row?
All right, well, a one-arm dumbbell row is a old school exercise. You can use a tremendous amount of weight. Also, it's just one of those exercises that has been forgotten about in the mainstream because I feel like it's just not as exciting as all the other new equipment and stuff. And the reason being is because every year you want to evolve. You want to find different ways to keep yourself relevant. You want to find different ways to keep to keep people thinking that you know something that they don't. Every single person, every bodybuilder with a nice thick back, or any athlete is doing one-arm rows, some sort of rows. But if you want to keep with the free weights, you want to use the dumbbells. Again, a good way to do it, the way most people do it, hand on the rack, on the dumbbell here, get a good stretch. Don't pull too far. Let that dumbbell go down. Let it pull you apart. Let it stretch. And then again, driving with the elbow, bringing it up. There's many different ways you can do it. You can pull this way. It's almost just like rip starting a lawnmower, you know? You grab it and you pull back. And you use your, again, you're using your back to pull the weight, not your arms. You're not doing it this way. You're not coming up like that. You're coming out like this. A good stretch. Engage the lat.
Okay, show them on the bench for people that can't do it standing up.
Okay.
So we're gonna put the bench at a 90, right? No, it's not 90, it's fucking 180. God damn, my chemistry's off.
It's all right.
I'm just
Our
kidding.
chemistry. We're not scientists, we're meatheads. Again, you're gonna have your leg out to brace yourself. What I always tell people is to keep your butt lower than your shoulders. So you don't want to be up like that and pulling this way. You want to be like this, pulling this way. So it's a nice powerful stance. The weight right here. And again, you're just pulling up. Same movement. Just like that. Now you can come this way, or you come out, target more of your rear delt.
Now show for beginners, put your right knee back. This is for absolute beginners that really need to keep that back straight because they have no idea.
Back straight.
Right there.
Pull with your elbow.
And what you can do is move the bench right in front of the mirror sideways and actually do it in the mirror and making sure your back is straight at all times, because what I see happens is a lot of people will hunch their back because they can't see what they're doing. Give them an example of a hunch back while doing this, how a lot of people like Yeah, they look down and their back is like that, which you don't want to do. If you're trying to fuck up your back, that's a good way to do it right there. You want to keep your head up, you want to keep your back neutral like that. There you go. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, fucking T-bar rows. Okay, super easy. This is a brand new machine we got into our gym. We're the only goddamn gym that has this goddamn machine in here. So check it out. So lay on your chest, and you can have it right here, or if you're really tall, put it over here. But this is what we want to do. We want to grab this off. Make sure to start already pulling their lats. I'm going to bring it and squeeze their back. So for me, I like to get up on here and bring it like this.
That full range of motion. Go down, get a good stretch.
Go wider right here. And that's how we do it. Now there's another way we can do it. We can do a different row on here, or I wouldn't say for beginners, but if you know how to keep your back straight, we can always come over here, put a plate on here, bend your back right here, and drive with the elbows, and come this way. That's for not for your beginners, because you got to master keeping your back straight, which people suck at doing. Right here. We can also show you another row. You can do rows on with the straight bar and on the Smith machine. So let's do that. So right here, you look yourself in there, put your back straight, and drive it up to your gut. Right there.
Again, he's pulling his shoulder blades together, he's squeezing. His chest is straight, his head's not down, it's up, and that'll help you keep your back straight
Like so.
and in line. Keep the weight on your heels, so that way you're not putting in a lot of stress on your lower back. And the reason why people like the chest supported T-bar rows as opposed to standing T-bar rows is because it takes a lot of that weight off of your lower back, because you don't have to have any weight. You don't have to hold yourself up. The pad's doing it for you. So that's good to put an overload on your muscles. Put a lot of weight on that, because you can do more weight and it doesn't affect your lower back if you have problems with tightness or anything like that.
Yeah, what he said. Let's do some Smith machine rows. Okay, so check this out. This machine only goes up and down, so you really can't fuck this up. So this is Nate will take over and show you what you need to be doing.
Okay, so again, you want to make sure that you're standing in a way that you're not putting an excessive amount of weight on your lower back. You want to keep the weight in your hands, all right? Soft knees, bend just a little bit, right? Sit back into it. You want to lean over the bar a little bit and just drive your elbows back, just like that, into your gut. You're gonna let that come down and you're gonna stretch, you're gonna pull in, just like this. Keep your head up.
Now show me if you want to get deeper. There you go.
Just like that. You don't want to pull the weight up like this, because then you're using more of your rear delts. Also, this isn't a very strong position, so you're gonna have a lot of tension on your lower back. Again, sit on your heels, drag that weight down, engage your core. Always hold yourself up with your core, okay? Be strong when you stand. Stand strong, pull it just like that. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Now show an example of someone that's fucking up.
Okay, you got a guy here like this, where maybe, you're using too much momentum.
They're using
a lot of people put a ton of weight on there, and then the more weight they put on, the more their form goes to crap. And they'll be using a lot of momentum, a lot of bounce, like that, trying to get the weight up. It's just because they've got too much weight, they need to go down.
So now we got two more final extras I feel would be good. We'll do some pullovers, like cable pullovers, and some, we'll do a dumbbell pullover. So we'll do a standing one.
You don't want to go too narrow. I guess that's a personal preference too. I always feel like if you're doing an exercise, you've got to feel the exercise. If you're doing an exercise a certain way and you're not feeling it, you need to change it. You want to feel the contraction. If you're not feeling anything, then you need to change. This is a good one. How I feel it is I'll have my hands wide. Okay.
Push the butt out.
I want the bar over my head, and I'm just going to use my hands to bring it down. Then when I get to right here, I'm going to pull my shoulder blades together. I'm going to squeeze that weight down. I'm going to hold it for just a little second. Really squeeze and contract. Let it up nice and slow. Open up your lats. Pull it straight down and then towards you.
And if
Just
you're
like
not usually feeling it, it's usually because people aren't low enough. So for me, personally, when I do it, I drop my ass down a little bit more, like that. But a lot of people are too upright when I see them do it. Show someone that's too upright what it looks like when they're too upright. There you go.
Or you're using too much momentum.
Or the one where they're bending their arms too much because it's too heavy.
Or you're bending your arms and I've seen a lot of people bend their elbows and go like this.
Yeah.
And use their elbows to drive. No, you want your arms straight out and pull down and towards you. You don't need a lot of weight on this. You don't need to do a whole lot of weight on this. You should feel it with just a little bit of weight, with lots of contraction. Bring it down in, squeeze right here. See my lats start to activate. I can feel this already. I've only done a couple reps. So I can already start to feel it burn. So that's when you know you're doing it right.
Alrighty, so for most beginners that want to do this, this is what it's gonna look like. I want you to lay on your back all the way. I want to ring this like this. But the cool thing about it, these dumbbells that we have at our gym, I actually found more activation when I actually grab it like this versus suppose this is a lot safer because you have your two hands secured on it. But if you're a little more experienced like I am, grab right here. You want to pinch your shoulder blades together, and what we're trying to do is just use the lat right underneath the muscles, like right underneath your armpit, and stretch this out right here. So if that was a little too low, you want to come right here, come in like that. You don't have to go all the way down like this. I like to go about maybe 3/4 right here, past to the head, behind the head, back. But a lot of people, they tend to bend their arms too much like this. They're not going to feel anything.
That's more of a tricep extension at that point.
Yeah, you're using too much tricep. You need to lock them. You keep them straight to soft elbows and keep them the same tension, same way the whole way through.
Again, not a lot of weight you need on this one to activate.
This is more of a difficult one, so my best advice would be just to start out lightweight and just feel it out. You know, everybody's a little different, but the key concept you need to know is keep your shoulder blades retracted. Make sure you have this with a good hold, and make sure that you're using these muscles to actually stretch out the lats. Or if you bend your arms too much, it's going to be mostly tricep and the muscle at the back of your arm right here. And that's not what we're trying to do here, okay? And that'll wrap up our video for today. We will be getting to deadlifts and hex bar deadlifts in another video. The only reason why we're not hitting it today is because it's super technical. We're gonna have to talk about technique, form, and it's one of the most common exercises where people get injured a lot. But this right here, everything we went through is your bread and butter that you need to know to do at the gym.
Pretty safe stuff.
Pretty safe stuff.
And you can get a good workout doing it too.
So if you like this video, I want you to thumbs up it, give me a subscribe.
Link in the bio.
Leave me something nice, and we'll be posting more content more frequent. So besides that, yeah, bye-bye.